Welcome to the next lesson in our video, the next 5 phrasal verbs related to shopping. The next word is try on, and that means to put on an article of clothing on, or to put an article of clothing on, or to try on an accessory. So try on might look like this. I tried on some new shoes, but they felt uncomfortable. She tried on a new hat and felt gorgeous. Why don't you try on this shirt? I think the color matches your skin tone. So try on is often used when we put something on our bodies to wear. For example, my wife and I tried on some new shoes on our anniversary. Maybe we had a date, we were going window shopping, or maybe we had some anniversary money we wanted to spend and we bought ourselves some new shoes. I don't really do this with my wife, but this was an example. Trying on new shoes. Try on. Have you tried on these sunglasses? They are stylish and they help you see at the beach, mountains, or in the bright snow. Tried on is the past tense. The next phrasal verb is think about. So when you're shopping, you might think about what you want to buy. So think about means to consider a decision or choice you need to make, or to think over a problem or situation. I thought this was a funny quote. So I like a teacher who gives you something to take home to think about besides homework. Think about, to process, consider, to understand something. So think about some example sentences. He thought about calling in sick for work. Do you often think about your future? I have a hard time thinking about my future because we have to pay the bills now. Think about. Here are some more sentences with pictures. I like to think about how to build and make things. Think about. She is thinking about saying yes or no to his engagement proposal to her. She is thinking about it. The next phrasal verb is pick out, to select or choose something, to choose or select something, pick out. So I might say, I need to pick out a new shirt for my job interview. We looked online to pick out a new backpack for our kids. This is great if you like online shopping and you're looking for something to pick out for the school season. He picked out a fresh apple from among the rotten ones. And this is like if you're shopping at the grocery store or supermarket, you might need to pick out some fresh fruit. Pick out. They went to the auto dealer to pick out a new car, to select. So they looked at all these cars and they said, I'll take the red one. So they picked out the red car. Or I'll take the silver one. So they need to pick out the silver one. So that's an example for pick out in selecting something. Another example is when I'm at a buffet line. A buffet line, this word here, buffet, a buffet line is when you have many different food items along a table and you have many different things to choose from and you can put that on your plate. So they are picking out what food they want to eat at the buffet line. And this looks like maybe it's a wedding reception or it could be just a party or gathering for someone. But I think this looks most like a wedding reception. They're picking out food at the buffet line. The next one is picking out. Subway. They are picking out what vegetables, meat, cheese, and sauce they want to eat with their sandwich. In the United States, Subway is very popular. And if you watch some of my other videos on YouTube or in this lesson and you're watching this course, you'll be able to see the lesson I have on how to order at a Subway. But they are picking out what to eat. The next one is put back, to return an item to its original place. So I need to put back the food. Maybe she's looking at the price and she says, no, I don't know if I need this. I'll get something different. So she'll put it back here on the shelf. And that's common, put back, to return something. Another one for put back is to be offended by something someone did or said, like, oh, I was put back by the rude comments. So here are those example sentences. She put the tortillas back on the shelf. Can you please put the dishes back in the cabinet once they are clean? So after you wash dishes, you put them back in their place. Or like that picture of this guy here, he was put back by his friend's rude comments. Put back. So here is another one. They said we can borrow the chairs. Here they're borrowing some chairs. Maybe they moved them from over here somewhere by some tables. And they said we can borrow the chairs, but we will need to put them back. Put them back once we are finished. So that means the chairs need to be returned to where they were before. But if those aren't borrowed, then you don't need to put them back. But sometimes you put something back the way you saw it when you leave a classroom or a building. You want to put things back the way you had them. So put back. Another one for put back is she put back the shirt on the hanger before looking at more shirts. So maybe she had 3 shirts and she said, no, I don't want this one. So she'll put it back and pick out another one. So she'll pick out and put back something. Here's the offended definition. She was put back by his lack of understanding and his inappropriate comments. She was put back by his lack of understanding and his inappropriate comments. So that's to be offended by something someone said or did. Put back. The next word is get back, to return from somewhere. Or the next definition, to receive something, either cash or an item you loaned to someone or that someone borrowed, and you get it back. So if you give somebody your car, you might say, oh, when will I get my car back? And they'll say, I just need to borrow it for 3 days. And you say, that's fine, as long as I can get it back tomorrow. Or you might say, when a friend travels, like definition number 1, oh, when will you get back from going to Brazil? Or when will you get back from your trip to China? And you might say, oh, we'll get back next August, or some specific day and time. So here's some example sentences with get back. They got back from their trip last night. When will you get back from your vacation? After checking the lost and found, she got her cell phone back. So the lost and found, this phrase in English, lost and found, is often used in American culture when you stay somewhere or you are at some building, maybe a school, a hotel, or a business, and you forgot your items, maybe a purse, a wallet, a phone. Well, we have what we call a lost and found box. And at any business in the United States, you can ask and say, oh, may I check your lost and found for my wallet? I think I left it here last night when we were having dinner. Or you might say that anywhere you're going. They might have a lost and found box. And sometimes my children at school, they'll forget maybe they'll forget a water bottle, they'll forget a warm winter hat at school. And so my children will need to look at the lost and found box at their school to find the winter hat that was missing. So those are some examples of get back. And here are some more sentences with pictures. They will get back home after 6 p.m. So there's a long line of cars. They won't get home until after 6 p.m., after work. Another one, they were traveling. They're in the airport. They got back last night after seeing their family in Florida. So maybe they live in another part of the United States. Maybe they live in the Northwest, the Northeast, the Midwest. Maybe they live in California, and they went to see family they have in Florida. So they got back after seeing their family. Another one is, would you like to get some store credit back for your return? So sometimes when you go shopping in the United States, you can return certain items for store credit. And that doesn't mean money in your pocket, but that means when you go to that store, the same amount of money you spent, you can spend on another product or item. So example, if let's say she has a shirt in here. She returns the shirt and she says, okay, the shirt was $10. I can give you $10 to buy something different in the store, but not $10 to buy outside the store. So store credit would be something you buy in the store to replace that. So she might say, would you like to get some store credit back, get back that money for your returned item? Okay, so if you have questions, you can also email me in this video or in this course. My email is alex@eslwithpurpose.com. But as your teacher and instructor for these lessons, you're always free to contact me for any English questions you might have. The next lesson are reviewing all 10 words out of the lessons we have covered so far. The first 5 phrases we did were open up, hang up, go over, leave it on, and take it with. And the other 5 we just learned in this lesson: try on, think about, pick out, put back, and get back. So those are the 10 phrases we just learned in this first lesson related to shopping. Now we will look at the past tense form of all 10 words. I'll have you listen and repeat to the past tense. Opened up, hung up, went over, left it on, took it with. The next 5 in the past tense are tried on, thought about, picked out, put back, got back. And to review some ED pronunciation in English, I do not say opened up. That is incorrect. I say opened up. Opened. It's like the N goes to the D. So opened up. Opened up. The other one, not picked out. It is picked out. So this ED in English makes a T sound. Picked out. Picked out. Opened up. Those are the 10 phrases we covered in these first few lessons. In the next video, we will do our dictation practice, where you will listen and write to paper. That concludes this lesson. Please follow the next one to learn more.